Welcome to Brunswick Beat.
Brunswick County's only television news show brought to you by the Brunswick Beacon. I'm Rachel Johnson.
And I'm Stacy Manning. Brunswick County deputies are on the lookout for two armed robbery suspects. Just before 6 a.m. on Thursday, November 30th, deputies were called to an armed robbery at Winter's World in Carolina Shores. The suspects are described as black males, one with a heavy build weighing about 270 to 300 pounds, wearing no mask. The other suspect is described as tall and slim, weighing about 170 pounds. He had a mask covering his face. After taking an undetermined amount of cash, both left in a car in an unknown direction. A store employee told a Beacon reporter a customer inside the store died during the robbery and said it may have been a heart attack. A $500 reward is offered by the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office for any information leading to the arrest and conviction of the people involved in this robbery. Contact lead detective Kyle Jones at 880-4944 with information. Take a look at this video to see if you recognize the men.
Two fires within 24 hours damaged Carolina Shores residents, and both were caused by improper disposal of hot ashes. The first blaze was reported around 6:15 p.m. Saturday, December 1st. Calabash Fire Department units found flames shooting from the garage area of a home at 9 Carolina Shores Parkway. The fire was brought under control in about 45 minutes. Residents of the house escaped unharmed. The fire is believed to have ignited from fireplace ashes placed in the garage in a plastic garbage pail. Firefighters were called out again around 5:15 p.m. on Sunday, December 2nd to a woods fire that spread to a residence at 1109 Captain's Court. That fire was quickly brought under control and there was minimal damage to the back of a garage. A neighbor told firefighters he had emptied what he thought were safely cooled ashes from his fire pit into the woods behind his house, and that is believed to have started the blaze.
A Brunswick County drunk driver has been found guilty of second-degree murder. Daniel Brennick, 25, is facing 15 to more than 18 years in prison. He has also been charged with felony death by vehicle and DWI. Brennick killed Satu Harris, 38, on May 7, 2010, when his vehicle crossed the center line on North Carolina 133 and hit Harris's vehicle head-on. The prosecution presented testimony showing Brennick was driving erratically prior to the collision. Pick up this week's Beacon for more details about the trial and sentencing.
A tagged great white shark has been tracked off Brunswick County's coast. The 16-foot-long adult shark named Mary Lee is being tracked by OSearch Global Shark Tracker. Mary Lee weighs 3,456 pounds and was first tagged at Cape Cod, Massachusetts on September 17th and then released. Since then, she has journeyed along the East Coast, traveling south to Florida in October and November before heading back north to the Carolina coast. This week, she was still being tracked off Brunswick County's coast and into South Carolina. Pick up this week's Beacon to find out how to track Mary Lee and other sharks.
Homeowners who entered foreclosure on their primary residence between January 1, 2009 and December 31, 2010 have 1 month left to request an independent review from Brunswick Housing Opportunities. Risa Willis, a counselor with Brunswick Housing Opportunities, wants to spread the word that by filling out a form from her organization, a certified HUD counseling agency will review the foreclosure process for free to ensure that homeowners were treated fairly. For more information, call 253-0699 and ask for a housing counselor.
While Brunswick County officials have been negotiating to sell the former community hospital facility for the past year, a unique side business has grown out of the available space. Hollywood has come calling on Brunswick County. A half-dozen film and television productions have rented the building, a few days to a few weeks at a time. While the unexpected income helps chip away at the upkeep costs for the old hospital, the county still spends more than $25,000 a month in operation costs. Officials hope to sell the building in February of 2013.
Brunswick County has started a countdown clock to the day that they can close on the sale of that old hospital building. That day is February 15th next year. The county has a buyer in East Coast Lands One LLC, a company that offered $1.75 million for the 32-acre property. The county also went to Superior Court to file a complaint against a former hospital bidder to keep the property sale on track. Jacobs Real Estate Advisors and Cataract Asset Management offered almost $1.6 million million for the hospital in July and gave the county a $78,000 deposit. They then backed out of the deal, and now they want their down payment back. Brunswick County will let a court decide who keeps the money.
Brunswick County Commissioner Chairman Bill Sue and Commissioner Charles Warren were treated to a send-off by the remaining commissioners at their final board meeting December 3rd. Sue opted not to run for office again after serving for 18 years on the board, and Warren was defeated in the 2012 primary election after serving one term in office. Re-elected Commissioner Scott Phillips and new board members Frank Williams and Patricia Sykes were sworn in to start their 4-year terms.
Republican David Rouser has conceded this year's 7th District congressional election to Democrat incumbent Mike McIntyre. Rouser officially conceded on November 28th following a recount of the November 6th race in 12 counties composing District 7, including Brunswick County. The outcome showed McIntyre still ahead of Rouser by 654 votes, a margin of about 0.19%, to win the re-election to his 9th term.
A typical weekend for the Goodman family turned into a nightmare when their 3-year-old Molly was rushed to the hospital. She was later airlifted to New Hanover Regional Medical Center in Wilmington. Doctors still don't know what caused the medical issues that put Molly on life support, but she is finally beginning to recover. Find all these stories and much more inside this week's Beacon, available on newsstands now. Welcome to the Beacon Sports Report. The West Brunswick High School wrestling team continued its impressive early season by beating Trask 65-10 in a non-conference match on November 29th. The Trojans won 9 of the 14 matches by fall. North Myrtle Beach beat West Brunswick 69-62 in a non-conference boys basketball game on November 27th at West. West fell behind 32-14 but rallied and cut the lead to 56-54 with 3 minutes and 52 seconds left. For West, Gray Shears scored 15 points, Markel Jones scored 12 points, Phil Goss scored 10 points and had 6 rebounds, Jawan McNeil scored 8 points and had 14 rebounds. North Myrtle Beach beat West Brunswick 71-15 in a non-conference girls basketball game on the same day. The Brunswick Community College women's basketball team beat winless Rockingham Community College 85-50 in a non-region game Friday at the Dinah E. Gore Fitness and Aquatics Center gym. Freshman Monica Small scored 17 points and freshman Kemma Sidbury scored 15 points as the Dolphins improved to 2-1. Read all these stories and see more great photos in this week's sports section of the Beacon.
We're back at Cattails again today with manager Trish Kelly, and Trish has 2 new friends here for us. Who
Hey,
we got
Laura.
today, Trish?
How are you?
Good.
Nice to see you. You're holding Nutmeg. She's a female.
Aw,
And I'm holding her brother Neptune.
okay.
And they're 2 kittens. They're new to us, so they aren't quite as calm as the last 2, but they will be
Okay.
by the time they've been here for a bit. But they'll be ready for adoption before Christmas, and they're just beautiful kittens.
They really are. Well, y'all have done a good job here with all the cats and kittens, so I know they're going to get acclimated really fast. And people can come out and visit with Neptune and Nutmeg. They would make good Christmas cats, do you think,
Oh, yes.
Trish?
Look at that pretty face.
Oh, beautiful cats. And they're just 2 of the beautiful cats and kittens that they have here. And you can come and visit with all the cats and kittens available for adoption at Cattails in Ocean Isle Beach on Beach Drive. They're open to the public on Wednesdays from 11 to 1 and on Saturdays and Sundays from 11 to 3. Have I got that right, Trish?
Absolutely, and we're at PetSmart on the weekends. You can come up and see our cats if you're closer to Wilmington.
In
It's a good
Wilmington.
place to visit.
Okay. Well, thank you once again.
Thank you.
Have a great holiday here at Cattails.
You have one too.
Thanks.
It isn't every day Willie Nelson rolls into town, but come Friday, the legendary singer and his family are on the road again. They will make their first stop ever at Brunswick Community College to fulfill a sold-out 7:30 p.m. gig in Odell Williamson Auditorium. Manager Mike Sapp said the concert is the biggest sellout ever for the 1,500-seat auditorium. Nelson's son and daughter, Lucas Nelson and Paula Nelson, are scheduled to open the show. Nelson will be accompanied by his sister Bobby, who plays in his band.
Model trains of all eras and gauges are making whistle stops at the Grissettown Longwood Fire and Rescue Station this weekend. The department's 7th annual Christmas train show is scheduled for 6 to 9 p.m. Friday and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday and Sunday at the fire station on Longwood Road. Admission is free, but monetary donations are welcome. The event is a fundraiser for the department. The show is being presented by members of the Intercoastal Model Railroad Club. For more information, call the fire department at 287-3030.
Do you have a secret longing to showcase your hidden talent? Your talents be secret no more. Every month, Jumpin' Java Espresso Company on Main Street in Charlotte showcases singers, musicians, and poetry readers at its open mic night. Its next open mic night is at 5 p.m. December 6th. For more information, call 754-5282 or just show up.
The old Sunset Beach Bridge may be retired, but it's still lighting up the holiday season. For the second year, the preserved span will host holiday festivities. The seasonal holiday celebration will be 5 to 7 p.m. Monday, December 10th. The Old Bridge Preservation Society invites the public to participate in an evening of caroling, Christmas treats, and entertainment. Homemade cookies and cider will be served. For more information, log on to the Old Bridge Preservation Society's website at oldbridgepreservationsociety.org.
If you missed this past weekend's Charles Dickens Christmas Festival in Southport, you still have time to see it. This week's Beacon features photos from the two-day event that took place November 30th and December 1st in commemoration of Charles Dickens' 200th birthday. Check out the pictures on the Be Seen page in this week's Tide section of the Beacon. The Brunswick County Chamber of Commerce had great success with its first Christmas on the River Festival in Charlotte Riverside Park Saturday. The Chamber organized the family-friendly event to attract visitors who came out to see the Christmas parade. The annual Brunswick Stew Cook-Off was hosted at the festival. Charlotte residents Orrin and Pat Nicely won the contest, beating out 5 other contestants.
On Saturday, December 8th, bikers and classic car enthusiasts from throughout Brunswick County will come together to make a difference in the lives of children at the 20th anniversary of the Brunswick County Toy Run. It's put on by motorcycle and classic car enthusiasts. Registration begins at 8:30 a.m. in the Walmart parking lot. Riders and drivers will leave with a police escort at 11 a.m. Registration is $25 and includes lunch provided by Brunswick Islands Baptist Church. There will be door prizes, raffles, and a small auction to raise money. Tickets will be sold throughout the day and at the sign shop in Supply for $20. Therefore, a chance to win a John Deere riding mower and a trailer. At the end of the ride, riders will take 100 children shopping at Walmart, where each child will be allocated $100 to pick out items.
That's all the time we have for tonight, but you can read all these stories and much more in this week's Beacon. If you have comments or suggestions for us at Brunswick Beat, you can email us at brunswickbeat@brunswickbeacon.com. Don't forget to follow the Beacon on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for Brunswick Beacon.
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week for a brand new edition of Brunswick Beat, Brunswick County's only television news show. We close out this week's show with images of recent holiday events from throughout the county.